With another Vegan Gains video.
You're looking at these studies on dairy products in Europe. Dairy products in Europe are more expensive, so richer, wealthier people end up having these sorts of foods.
So richer people have dairy products in Europe because it's good for them? Is that it, Richard?
And wealth itself is protective against disease. So when you adjust
Wealth itself is protected against disease. You heard that yourself, guys. Come on.
for socioeconomic status, you typically don't see those positive correlations. Dodo donation.
Because the rich people eat what? They eat meat. They eat animal products. Get it? So they're healthy. That's right. Socioeconomics, money. And the slaves eat what? The slave food, what Richard eats. Richard eats slave food because he's slave. Vegan diet is a slave food. Vegan slave food.
Dollars, this is nuts. You have to watch.
All right. Yep.
Okay, I will watch that later. Like, give me maybe 15, 20-ish minutes. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Cheese, those foods look to be very consistently associated with better cardiovascular outcomes. I would argue.
Look, me personally, I'm not into dairy products, but okay.
Nope, they are not. He again is just completely lying.
Would you have a problem with someone who only ate people but didn't eat animals?
As long as they're eating carnis, I wouldn't really care. If they're eating vegans, I'd think that'd be terrible, but if they're just eating meat eaters, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Thanks for the donation, though, Speed Racer.
Dairy is protective against cardiovascular outcomes, even.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, by the way, you can tell when Paul literally is making shit up. So, Paul is super into, like, mechanistic research type crap. And when he can cherry pick prospective cohorts, you know, he'll do it, even though he says prospective cohorts are junk science. Like he just did.
Well, you're using them. Why wouldn't he want to use them either, right?
Here with the Rotterdam study. He just made a claim that dairy, milk, and or cheese is protective against heart disease.
Well, it's natural, so why wouldn't it be protective? It's something natural. It's not going to harm you, is it? Like a vegan slave diet, which is fake. It's kind of known it'll hurt you. I don't need cohort studies to know that fructose is going to cause brain damage, DNA apoptosis. In the muscle, it's going to cause DNA damage and a bunch of things, okay? Fructose from these stupid-ass plants, from fruits and vegetables. And then when they process them, that's even worse. And they make garbage shit out of it, like pizza and shit and pasta and whatever else. So all the garbage that's made out of these garbage, engineered, man-made plants and foods and whatever, they're not human. They're not made for human. They're not human foods, okay? They're not out of nature made for us.
There is no mechanistic evidence that he can point to.
But you don't have it either as well. You see what I mean? Whether he did or didn't, but you don't have it either. And why would they need to make a study on dairy products which are natural? They have to make fucking studies on vegan slave fake food that they invent and fabricate and whatever, because they have to convince you that fake shit is good because you won't buy it. You'll keep buying natural stuff, which natural, there's nothing better than natural.
There is no prospective cohorts he can point to.
You don't
Nothing.
have to.
Literally no data whatsoever on the entire.
You don't have to, Richard. It is fucking made in nature. It is out of nature milk. It's from nature. You don't need it. You need it to fabricate your fake shit, your garbage slave vegan diet. Get it? To promote these fucking toxic, fucking poisonous diets to people. So then they can further destroy themselves. I get it.
Entire planet. Can he find a study showing dairy
You don't have to. It's natural.
is protective against heart disease?
It's kind of obvious. Okay, the whole protective against the heart disease, it doesn't give you heart disease. Natural food doesn't destroy you like vegan slave diets do. Get it, dude? That's what.
So he didn't show any research. He
And neither did you. Neither did you.
just made the
Disprove him. Disprove that something natural will not protect your body, your heart, and all that. Prove it. Can you prove it?
claim like a jackass.
Oh my
No,
God.
it contains.
And what are you acting like? A jackass as well? Because you didn't bring anything out to fucking disprove him.
The much vilified
Jesus Christ.
saturated fat. Milk from animals also contains calcium, and I think it's
Yes.
important to balance
So does tofu.
Tofu? Schnofu? Doesn't exist, man. Only in your head. Milk is natural, out of nature.
calcium and phosphorus in your diet. So a lot of us eat lots of meat, which I think is a very healthy food for humans.
Tofu is soy. It's made from plants. It's garbage.
Yes, nice cholesterol, artery clogging, cancer causing meat.
He just made that. Vegan Gains made that up. Where's his fucking studies that it does that? Fucking bullshit, man. We've been eating that for centuries, okay? For hundreds of thousands of years. If that was the case, we'd all be dead already. Fuck off, man, with this bullshit, okay, Vegan Game, Richard?
Clearly healthy.
And organs, these
Clearly, you need to fuck off with that shit, okay, man? This is bullshit. Just fuck off, man. Come on.
foods are high in phosphorus. Balancing that phosphorus with calcium from dairy is a good way to mimic what your ancestors have done historically, and I think that it's
What have they done?
Sorry, like, this is the fucking guy who claims, oh, we should eat.
And this is the fucking guy, Richard, that claims that fucking vegan slave diets, fake diets, are good for you. Like fucking cyanide, arsenic, and fucking oxalates, leptines, and fucking polyphenols, and all this garbage shit that's in there, which are all harmful to you. And sugar is great for you. Let me drink more of this Coca-Cola with the phosphoric acid so I can wear down my bones in my teeth and just destroy my brain with the corn syrup, fructose, and everything else that's in there. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, put more corn syrup in all our foods and everything. Just eat more slave food diet. Come on, man.
Eat like our hunter-gatherer ancestors who would like hunt and, eat the entire animal.
We aren't hunting and gathering anymore, but we still are humans. We're still carnivore, and as carnivores, we eat meat. That's all. Now, if you don't want to eat meat, well, then you should not eat meat. But you should not be telling other people or brainwashing them or whatever it is you're doing, pressurizing, whatever, terrorizing people into making belief that something natural is going to harm them, but something unnatural won't harm them, which is filled with fucking poison, which will harm you, then that's an act of terrorism, Richard. You can be arrested in Canada for that. I think you need to read the Canadian, the criminal code. Anything that you do terrorizing people like that is against the criminal. It's a criminal act. Terrorizing means that you're scaring people. You're scaring people into believing that something natural is going to harm them, but something unnatural, which is toxic and poison, won't harm them. That is an act of terrorism, definitely.
Hunter-gatherers didn't eat dairy, you fucking moron. That was something that people did in the...
We did eat that. We did eat that. We've been eating that on this planet forever because that's natural. That's what's out in nature, Richard. When you go out in the forest, there's animals and people and forest out there. That's right.
Neolithic period once they started agriculture. So what is the basis for him claiming our...
Well, they started agriculture, you mean farming? Well, look how that worked out for the Egyptians. That whole farming destroyed their whole area. You think with those pyramids where they lay, you think there weren't any jungle over there or any animals roaming or something? No, after they ate the animals, they started farming. And when they farmed, they depleted the land and they killed themselves because they ate bread. They didn't live past 20 or 30. They ate bread. They were making bread and alcohol. They learned crazy things. They ate these crazy sludge foods because they destroyed everything. And then they depleted the land, and then it turned into a desert. You think they would live out in a desert where there's no food in the middle of nowhere, where there's like pyramids out there and everything, Khufu and fucking all these people, Khufu, whatever, they lived out there. What do you think they ate? Sand?
Ancestors ate milk. Like, this is something that would have popped up.
Yeah, we drank milk because it was safe. Because if you were somewhere and the water was dirty, you could get some bacteria. And we drank milk, and it was good for us. I love a nice, cool glass of milk on a hot day myself,
Only a few thousand years ago.
Only a few thousand years ago? What are you talking about, Richard, man? You are really brain dead.
Like, you're talking about less than 10,000 years of human evolution where people were eating.
10,000 years? What are you talking about? What do you think we ate on this planet? There were only animals and forests out here. You think we were farming?
Dairy versus.
When the colonists came here to the New World, you know what they discovered? There was no farms. There was no farms, Richard. They ate buffalo, the Indians, that's right. They didn't farm. They weren't farmers. There's no farms. There's nothing of even a hint of farming out there anywhere.
It's got to be like close to 2 million or more. Our ancestors were eating meat. So
2 million or more we were eating meat. So 2 million years ago we ate meat. You're confessing we ate meat. We eat meat. You're confessing. You're basically saying we eat meat. Yeah, because we're carnivore. That's right. That's what we eat.
This guy is just such an idiot.
Man, vegan gains even tripping on his own self. You know when people, this is when the fake, when people fake sophistication, this is what they do, man. Vegan gains loves making up stuff, and then he loves pretending like he actually knows something, like he's sophisticated.
He's gonna say, well, dairy's good for us because our ancestors ate it, then I guess
He's the smartest Alec that I know on the internet, vegan gains, because look, man, pay my rent. $500. Wasn't it 400 last week? 500. 500. $10 for impressions, songs 15, Turk 50, whatever. And then he has all these other perks and things, and then he hides these videos, makes you pay to watch them again. Yeah, man, he's making money left and right. And I think OnlyFans too.
Plant foods are good for us because our ancestors ate it. Do I donate $2? Can we watch SpongeBob?
Well, you can't play music with a piece of paper.
Yes, it's good for us because our ancestors ate it, and we eat meat. Everybody on this planet eats meat. You know that? Look around. They're all eating meat. And if they're not eating it, it's because they're praying to a cow, maybe in the street or some weird thing, who knows what. Or they've been brainwashed, terrorized.
Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray.
That was great, Squidward. All those wrong notes you played made it sound more original.
What? I didn't play any wrong notes.
Okay.
Yeah, see, you're playing it like this.
They don't say it publicly for obvious reasons, partly because they're on YouTube.
Anyways, I'll leave it at that, man. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one. Let me just drag this a bit, see what else he has to say here. Pretty much done with this video.
Tomorrow, I will be.
Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends. That was ridiculous.